Golden FM 97.5.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on the Golden Sunrise National and World News. In the headlines, federal government reopens recruitment portal for civil defense, immigration, others. EFCC seizes $222,000 in digital assets from Chinese nationals. Alhaji Mohammed debunks rumors, accepts President Tinubu's appointment. Abure-led Labour Party rules out 2027 coalition. On the foreign scene, Kenya drops terror charge against prominent activists. Details coming up shortly.
And everything going on 97.5 Golden FM.
Thanks for joining us on the news at 7. I am Moyes Stephen. Now the details. The Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board, CDCFIB, has announced that its 2025 recruitment portal will reopen on Monday, July 21, 2025, following a temporary suspension caused by overwhelming traffic on the system. The board, in a statement, urged applicants who had already started their applications before the interruption to retrieve and complete their submissions when the system comes back online. The agency explained that the pause in the application process was necessary to upgrade the portal to handle the high volume of applications. This upgrade, according to the board, will ensure that all prospective applicants can access the platform seamlessly and submit their entries without technical disruptions. The board further reminded the public that the entire application process is free at every stage and warned applicants to beware of fraudsters posing as recruitment agents. The CDCFIB oversees recruitment into key paramilitary agencies, including the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC), the Nigeria Correctional Service, the Federal Fire Service, and the Nigerian Immigration Service. This announcement comes days after the portal was temporarily shut down for optimization, leaving many applicants concerned about meeting deadlines. Justice Alexander Owoye of the Federal High Court, sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, has ordered the final forfeiture of digital assets worth $222,000 recovered from Chinese nationals linked to cyber terrorism and internet fraud. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, disclosed this in a statement following the court order delivered on July 21, 2025. The forfeited assets were recovered from members of a syndicate arrested during a December 10, 2024 raid in Lagos, codenamed the Eagle Flush Operation. According to the EFCC, the suspects, including the Chinese nationals, were part of a group of 792 individuals arrested for alleged cryptocurrency investment scams and online romance fraud. Alhaji Mohammed Babangida, son of former military president General Ibrahim Babangida, has officially accepted his appointment as chairman of the Bank of Agriculture, BOA. On July 18, President Bola Tinubu appointed Alhaji Mohammed as chairman of BOA. According to a statement by Mr. Dada Olusegun, special assistant to the president of social media, Alhaji Mohammed accepted the appointment in a press release on Monday. The newly appointed chairman expressed appreciation to President Tinubu for the trust reposed in him. Alhaji Mohammed also dismissed reports suggesting he had rejected the appointment, describing them as false and malicious. He said such claim is a deliberate attempt to mislead the public and tarnish the image of the President Tinubu administration. The statement further noted that those behind the fake reports will be identified and held accountable. The federal government has revealed that over 730 individuals have been convicted for terrorism-related offenses as part of its intensified efforts to combat terrorism financing and dismantle illicit financial networks. Major General Adamu Laka, the National Coordinator, National Counter-Terrorism Center, NCTC, disclosed this at the on-site meeting of the Financial Action Task Force on Monday in Abuja. He said more than 90 of the convictions were secured with direct support from the Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, underscoring the success of interagency collaboration in tracking and disrupting financial networks that support terrorist groups. He praised the collaborative efforts between the NFIU and other relevant agencies, which he said had significantly reduced the inflow of illicit funds into terror operations across the country. The NCTC coordinator also commended the Joint Standard Investigation Committee on Terrorism Financing, describing its work as pivotal to enhancing Nigeria's capacity to investigate and prosecute complex financial crimes. This simulation exercise, according to Major General Laka, was designed to evaluate Nigeria's institutional preparedness and align strategies ahead of the FATF evaluation, which was determined whether Nigeria exits the organization's grey list. Then Mr. Julius Abure-led Labour Party has declared it will not join any political coalition for the 2027 general elections. Mr. Abure stated this at a media briefing following the party's National Executive Council NEC meeting on Monday in Abuja. The NEC resolutions were signed by Mr. Abure, the national chairman, and Alhaji Farouk Ibrahim, the national secretary. He said the NEC meeting was attended by National Working Committee members, national officers, and Senator Dati Baba Ahmed, the party's 2023 vice presidential candidate. He insisted that there is no leadership vacuum in the Labour Party, while also adding that the party held its national convention on March 27 in Nnewi, following all legal frameworks and party rules. The party's national chairman said NEC also approved congresses at state, local government and ward levels in line with the party constitution and applicable laws. He commended Senator Dati for supporting the leadership and declaring his intention to contest in 2027. Dr. Jide Idris, the Director General of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, said that Nigerians are in more danger if incidents of dengue fever, yellow fever, and other outbreaks are not reported for proper diagnosis. Dr. Idris has stated this in an interview earlier yesterday. He lamented that incidents of dengue fever had been mistaken by some Nigerians for malaria due to the similarities in the symptoms and a lack of proper diagnosis. The NCDC also advised managers of medical facilities in tertiary institutions to promptly notify the Ministry of Health and the center as soon as a case is detected. The Nigeria Meteorological Agency, NEMET, has released a fresh 3-day weather forecast, warning of all thunderstorms and varying intensities of rainfall across major regions of the country from today to Wednesday, July 23, 2025. The forecast issued on NEMET's official X platform indicated that both the northern and the southern parts of Nigeria, along with the central region, should brace for unsettled weather marked by storms, moderate rains, and strong winds. The agency advised the public to fasten loose objects, avoid driving in heavy rain, disconnect electrical appliances during storms, and steer clear of tall trees to prevent injuries from falling branches. It also encouraged airline operators to obtain airport-specific weather reports for flight planning, while residents were urged to stay updated via NEMET's official channels and website. You're listening to the Golding Sunrise National and World News on 97.5 Golding FM Yenagoa. Still to come, more news. Please stay tuned.
Turn it up.
Volume?
You're listening to 97.5 Golden FM, where every moment is golden.
You may learn something.
This is your golden 97.5 Golden FM, the gold standard of radio.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the Golding Sunrise National and World News on 97.5 Golding FM. And now for the rest of the bulletin. Bayelsa State Government has again indicated its determination for effective collaboration with reputable individuals and firms to harness the abundant resources in the blue economy sector of the state. Senator Lawrence Orujako, the Deputy Governor, indicated the state's readiness at the dinner organized by the state government in honor of participants of the Senior Executive Course, SEC 47 2025, of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPSS, in Yanagwa at the weekend. Senator Orujako, in a statement issued by Mr. Dobara Atasi, his senior special assistant to media, described Bayelsa as a state richly endowed with not only oil and gas, but also huge marine resources as low-hanging fruits waiting for investors to pluck. Senator Orujako equally implored the team to make its report available to the state government in good time, stressing that Bayelsa was looking forward to the outcome of their study in the state, believing it will help in the development of the sector. Earlier in his opening remarks, Professor Nimibofa Ayawi, Secretary to the State Government, lauded participants of the Senior Executive Course, SEC 47 2025, for their choice of Bayelsa and the discipline they all exhibited throughout the period of the study tour. Professor Ayawi, who was represented by Mr. Felix Asimbi, the Permanent Secretary, SSG's office, expressed optimism that their visit will open up opportunities for the state to make progress in the development of its blue economy potential. Also speaking, Air Vice Marshal Mohammed Omar, the leader of the NIPSS study team, commended the Bayelsa State Government for what he described as exceptional hospitality, according to members of the team. Bayelsa State Government has commended the Christian Council of Nigeria, CCN, for propagating the teachings of Jesus Christ and its intervention programs towards providing succor to people affected by natural disasters. Senator Lawrence Orujako, the Deputy Governor, gave the commendation when the Christian Council of Nigeria, South-South Zone, paid him a courtesy call in Government House in Agoa. Senator Orujako implored the current executives to make a difference by consolidating on the gains of their predecessors and demonstrate exemplary leadership, stressing that true leaders respond to the yearnings and aspirations of the people. He also frowned at the practice whereby the church now places more emphasis on materialism to the detriment of the spiritual well-being, as exemplified in the scriptures, which enjoin humanity to seek first the kingdom of God, and all other things shall be added unto them. On the CCN's request for land in Bayelsa, he expressed the government's willingness to provide land for the purpose of establishing the National Research Institute for the South-South Zone.
That you have offered to also support other initiatives that the state is going to look at. And so we are very happy. The role of the church we knew was the church of the poor. But today the church is no longer the church of the poor. The church no longer cater for the needy, like as the church used to cater for the needy. Even when the needy does not have, we try to impose on them that they must have. We have decided to import trends that were not part of the orthodox faiths of the Catholic and the Catholic Church. We are beginning to take what I would call morality contraceptive that are immoral. The church should allow those who want to donate to the church. If that was how it would be well with that. And so in order to catch on, a lot of people are fond of doing certain things, and the church does not have the moral courage to correct them because the church is forcing them to do what they ought not to do.
In their presentations, Right Reverend Evans Onyemara, the National General Secretary of CCN, and Reverend Dr. Jonathan Iwibu, the South-South Zonal Chairman, said they were in the state to hold a zonal meeting as well as inaugurate the new executive of the CCN South-South Zone. He added that in 2022, the General Assembly of the CCN resolved that the South-South Zone should establish what it called the Institute of Church and Society, and appealed to the state government to provide land for the building of a National Research Institute in Bayelsa for the South-South Zone. Right Reverend Funkura Angbari, the Bayelsa State Chairman of the CCN, who is also the Bishop of the Northern Izon Diocese Anglican Communion, Reverend Dr. Innocent Order, that of River State, and their Akwa Ibom, Delta, Cross River, and Edo counterparts accompanied the zonal chairman on the visit. Now to the foreign scene, where Kenya dropped terror charges against Mr. Boniface Mwangi, prominent Kenyan activist, following widespread condemnation. hitting him with a lesser charge of unlawful possession of ammunition. Mr. Mwangi was detained on Saturday and accused by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations with the facilitation of terrorist acts, which he denied. He appeared in a Nairobi court on Monday chanting. He pleaded not guilty and was released on a 1 million shillings bail bond. Now that's the Golden Sunrise National and World News. But before we go, here's a recap of our major stories. The federal government has reopened the recruitment portal for civil defense, immigration, and others. EFCC has seized $222,000 in digital assets from Chinese nationals. Alhaji Mohammed Babangida has debunked rumors and accepts President Bola Tinubu's appointment. A Abure-led Labour Party has ruled out 2027 coalition. And on the foreign scene, Kenya has dropped terror charges against prominent activists. That was the Golden Sunrise National and World News. For news stories, comments, and observations, please send us an email at goldenfmyenagua@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok on 97.5 Golden FM Yenagua. The news was edited by Judith and Nake, and I am Maurice Stephen. Good morning, and thanks for listening.
Golden FM 97.5.